Hello again, everyone. Edwin Lurd back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be talking about what I believe are the five smartest zodiac signs, and this is on average, is what I'm saying. And it applies and pertains to the sun, moon, and ascendant. Now, the first sign, I think number one is unequivocally Aquarius. Aquarius is ruled by Saturn, but they're ruled by Uranus as well. And Uranus is the higher octave of Mercury. Um, they often, formulate, very ingenious ideas. Aquarius could be very innovative. They're often ahead of their time. There was that I don't know if I'm saying her name right, Marilyn Vosovant. She had been tested with either the world's highest IQ or one of the world's highest IQs at the time. Her moon was in Aquarius, if I'm not mistaken. And it is the sign of genius, Aquarius. So being ruled again by Uranus, they're about ingenuity. They're often again far ahead, of what other people are thinking, and as far as their thoughts, their ideas and concepts go. And the thing is, they are very futuristic. They are connected, not just with innovation, but with computers, electronics, and they're very. And Aquarius could be very scientific. They are often, the ones that are about that reform and change as well. And their ideas, how they may do certain things, may be unorthodox to people, but they can still it can still be effective means of doing things. And they are very, again, Aquarius is very futuristic. They'll often have, even if they don't have the ideas actually created, I mean, in terms of a product or what have you, they still can often have those ideas that are ready, that are going to be, out there, and somebody else may eventually work on it and make it come to a reality. But they are often the ones that have, the superior mental equipment, and it will often get them, to being able, to win. I don't know if you want to say win battles, but their superior mental, ability and equipment can get them very far, in their life, basically. And they are the ones that will create and often create new technology for others. I'm going to take Aquarius as um, number one, and as far as the smartest zodiac signs on average go. Now, number two, I'm going to go with Gemini as the second of the smartest zodiac signs. I put them in a close second to Aquarius. There's some people that believe Gemini is the smartest of the zodiac signs. Gemini is a quicksilver mentality. They are ruled by Mercury. They're they're really like the street savvy, the shrewd version of Virgo, I think, because Gemini is very mercurial, but they will respond to things with lightning speed. I had a friend of mine, that has a Leo sun in Gemini ascendant, and he was boasting about his, intelligence. One day he said something like, I'm such a quick thinker. I'm such a quick thinker. So that's a typical Leo Gemini combination for you. He's Gemini. It's like they will come up, with the ideas, very quickly to outsmart a situation, outmaneuver a situation. They are, very quick-witted, very versatile. They can, they don't have, as much persistence in their thinking as, say, Aquarius, because Aquarius is a fixed sign, and Gemini, of course, is a mutable sign. But Gemini will find, they still can assimilate a lot of information in a very small time frame, even though they don't have persistence, to really, in really to assimilate all there is to know about a subject, or it's really, but they may often learn superficially due to their restlessness. But they are, Gemini is, very very intelligent. They are, arguably, I would say, the most verbose of all the zodiac signs. They have, they can speak very eloquently, and that plays a role, in one's intelligence. That figures prominently. Um, the thing is, too, with Gemini, people, they what it is, they are, again, are very street savvy. They will, you're busy. You could be very, busy pondering one plane, and Gemini has ascended to another. That's basically, you're on step B, where Gemini has already gone to step C. That is how fast they are, in terms of their, their thinking, and just being, generally, street savvy. And they, Gemini is, and like I said, I know that, there's some people out there that actually think that Gemini is the smartest of the zodiac signs. Again, I do think they are a close second to Aquarius, because Aquarius is just a little bit more innovative than Gemini. Aquarius actually may not think as quickly as Gemini, but Aquarius, again, being ruled by, not just Saturn, but Uranus as well, which is the higher octave of Mercury. And I'll still give Aquarius the nod, but I'll put Gemini at a very close second. Now, here's where things get a little bit tricky. Going to number 3, as far as the smartest zodiac signs go, and I've been kind of, debating on whether it's, choose Libra or Virgo. You can argue Libra would be number 3 because it is an air sign as well, and air is about intelligence. But Virgo, even though it's an earth sign, it is connected with Mercury, and I'm going to reluctantly go with Virgo, and I think an argument can be made for, either Virgo at number 3 or Libra at number 3. But Virgo, is like really that analytical, that more studious version of Gemini. They are ruled by Mercury, which is connected with intellect, intelligence. Virgos can be very cerebral. They will often spot, objects, that are, that other people may just simply be oblivious to. They are very, precise with things. They can remember their facts and figures very well. Virgos often make, very outstanding statisticians. They can compile data very quickly. They can often become impatient with those that might not think and formulate the plans as quickly as they are. Gemini is really, again, they're more that shrewd, that street savvy version of Virgo. Virgo is more, about just being studious, about school and becoming learned, that way. They're not, on average, they're not nearly as street savvy as Gemini is. Gemini is more, again, that street savvy version of analytical Virgo. And Virgo is so, as far as details go, they remember, put all the dots on the I's, and they will see those things that others can overlook. Virgo is like that kind of person. Like, if you ever see, any of those, like, you go into like a puzzle or activity book, and they'll say, you got to spot such and such. How many of these triangles do you see? And right, and be the triangles within the triangles kind of puzzle, and they'll be the ones that will get it right or come close to getting right, because more so than most other people on average, because they are very discerning, and they just are very observant and pick up on a lot of little things that other people overlook. And I will, and Virgo can come across as very, intellectual, very cerebral. They can make very good editors and proofreaders because of their ability to see the details and things. So I'm going to put Virgo at number 3. Now, number 4, I basically already said it. I'm going to put Libra as number 4. as the fourth smartest of the zodiac signs. And again, I know that the argument can be made they could be put number 3 because they are in her sign. I think it could go really either way between Virgo and Libra as far as the 3rd and 4th spots go for smartest zodiac signs. Hold on a moment, people. Sorry about that, Mac, but anyway. And again, Libra is an air sign. They are ruled by Venus. Libra is often about intellectual sociability. They enjoy bouncing ideas off others, and there could be a plethora of these ideas that they have that they want to share and enjoy, and they are can be very intellectual, have very good, often literary ability, can be very eloquent. They are very similar to Gemini and Aquarius, but they're just, I think Libra just doesn't quite think quite as fast as Gemini or even Aquarius on average. They're not as innovative as Aquarius, and they're not, and compared to Gemini, I still Gemini is still, as far as the intellectual ability, a little bit higher than Libra, but not a whole, not a lot higher, than Libra. Libra is an air sign again, and they do have, they are people that can really do well, like in scholastic activities when they're in school, and whether it's grade school or college, they like to have their order in their life. They understand how to have their peace and have in balanced learning. They could learn a number of subjects because of their intelligence. See, Gemini is similar because Gemini is about versatility. They have very versatile minds. Libra wants to have things balanced, and I think that would include a balanced education. They have the ability to learn many different things because they like that balance in their life, and that includes what they want to learn as well. And they want to have a little bit of everything, and it helps them get through being able to interact and to share ideas with others about different subjects, and it helps them in matters with social gatherings as well. And the thing is, with Libra often gravitates toward the arts, and they are ones that can really excel in even creative arts, I would say, as well. They can do very excel, like in fashion design, as some example, as an example. And they are Libras do have like the other two air signs, again, very strong intellectual, literary ability, and they're very good in conversation and being able to understand and be able to actually articulate things very well. And again, they are about balanced learning, I would say, because it is the sign associated with balance. And now, last but not least, I'm going to put Sagittarius number 5. Now, Sagittarius is a fire sign, but Sagittarius is the sign associated with higher education or about higher learning. The mind is very expansive. They always want to learn more. They could be that perpetual learner of the zodiac. And Sagittarius, I would say, compared to the other zodiac signs on average, because of the correlation with college and higher education, that they will often educate themselves beyond high school more so than the other zodiac signs. They are, they have, very strong vision. They could be prophetic even, and they are very intelligent. I read somewhere one time that somebody wrote, "I never met a stupid Sagittarius." So it's like, it's obviously they are known for having very good, intellect, even though they are a fire sign, but Sagittarius really likes to learn, more about, full subjects more, like compared to Gemini. Gemini likes, the learn things, they're more about their shorter, the quicker, subjects, or learn things more superficially. I would say Sagittarius is a little bit more profound. They want to go into, more, deeper into subjects, I would say, as opposed to Gemini. And Gemini is the kind of person that would like to write short stories, and Sagittarius may want to write longer tales. Um, and Sagittarius often can make very good college professors, because it is the sign associated with higher education and it's higher learning. Sagittarius could often have very advanced knowledge because of this. Bill Nye the Science Guy was a Sagittarius sun. I don't agree with him, of course, about his take on astrology. He basically debunks it in like a 1 minute video or something. But anyway, but I can't doubt his intelligence, and he may be an Aquarius ascendant. If I remember right, the on Astro.com somebody had they had quoted somebody as rectifying his ascendant to Aquarius, but that's speculative. I don't think there's a time of birth for Bill Nye as of right now. But anyway, that's really about all I want to say as far as what I believe are the five smartest zodiac signs, and on average. And I know that there's other things in the chart to look at for intelligence, including the aspects with the planets and house placements and things of that nature. And I'm not stereotyping by any means and saying that somebody born under a different sign can't be smarter than these other signs I talked about, but I'm talking about on average what I believe are the top 5 zodiac signs. Anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment. Until next time, Edward learn and stand still.